First thing I'm going to say is thank you, Canada. I've always loved Little Bear. Do people remember when, I don't know, like it was just me, but like you would go to school and because, you had not just nostalgia, but you had love for something just because it was comforting. And then the kids would kind of like make fun of you because you weren't into what they were, which that was bull because I was still into other stuff they were into. I watched MTV with my sisters. I watched, I would like watch different stuff. Um, I've done so many stuff about cartoons and Friday Dynamite and all this other stuff, seeing real. But you would have kids bully you because they weren't, it was, they would always call it a baby show. Little Bear, Blue's Clues was another one. You've obviously know because of the amount of childhood thoughts episodes. But Little Bear was great. Little Bear had something that I don't see in a lot of shows anymore. It always had wholesome. And a lot of times in those shows that people would, the kids were watching, there was always, and I'm not saying all of them were, because like I love, there's so many, but a lot of times you just see insults and all this other just nonsense stuff that is just I don't know but Little Bear always had they've always had love, they've always had just these values that you watch and you just feel comfortable. Yes, this was always more of my sister's favorite because she's always liked Maurice Sendak. Um, of course, where the wild things are. He illustrated these, the books. He illustrated the books. Uh, but I just love like all the different. They even did like holiday episodes. Like they did a Halloween one. I believe they did a Christmas one. They did. I think they did a Thanksgiving one. Um, One of my favorite episodes though is when because you had all these different characters. You had Duck. I always I always loved Owl. Just hearing the whoo whoo. Cat. Uh, Hen. You had Emily, which is Little Bear's best friend, and she lives with the first few times, like she lives with her parents and then later on ends up living with her grandmother. There's an episode where she's in a forest and they're playing, and they somehow, I don't know how it transitioned, but it transitioned so beautifully. They went from like they put something over, and then they're like back in bed, like they're back in the room, and it's so warm and so just atmospheric. It people remember that episode. It's such a beautiful show. It really is. It is such a. This is when I think about like this Gilmore Girls. What I think about like apple pie. It's just so wholesome and sweet, and I love it.